Hello, my name is Hector Ivan Cadena Quintero, and I'm going to talk a little bit on how to track the training on your maintenance decks. So, yes, this table is a little bit busy. Why it has so many fields? Because this is only where we capture the data. Um, what you want to see is something graphic, and then something that can also show how many breakdowns that tech has been part of. Um, what's the comparison with the other techs in training? So this is only a place where to hold the information on each of your techs. Then you use some AI algorithms so they can process your data. You correlate the databases from your main your maintenance programs, your preventive, corrective. Um, you can also use your spare parts. How many spare parts each of the techs have pulled, um, and then you can start correlating your training on how much material, how many tools, um, how many breakdowns, and how much they have last. And then you can also detect more of training needs. So, with this being said, back in the day, all these training sheets, they were really nice because they were not placeholders. They only had the basic information, and with that basic information, we had to analyze the breakdowns. We had to analyze the spare parts. We had to analyze um, how much time it will take for every task to be performed. But now, with the use of databases and Excel and correlate with tools from artificial intelligence, it's a lot easier just to identify how to do maintenance and training. Well, before making all those complex things, we are going to focus on only one thing: how we develop this tech to be a good tech A. From the previous training that we defined, we have seen that this tech has been trained in several specialties and then has achieved this percentage on each of this. You can see the minimum, and you also see our focus. Safety, they need to pass 100%. Quality, they need to pass 100%. Attitude and performance, they have to pass 100%. So it's not only achieving a normal number, but it's also achieving 100% of the content. On this one, yes, you can miss some. So 90%, 90%. It's okay to fail a little bit on these ones. So maybe it's a typo, something not well explained, but with the practice, they are going to reach that missing 10%. And then what was the final score? This tech to achieve the process tech A achieved a 97%. So he passed, he achieved at minimum this to be able to be promoted to the next position. Then we follow up on the current position. Now the current position is process tech B. What is the progress on his position? At this moment is 66%. So what is the score that this maintenance tech has achieved? At this moment, 100% on safety, 100% on quality, 100% in attitude and performance. So we always target these three first. And then we can start working on the others. So this tech, he is at a sub-level number 2. So every category must have sub-levels. So you have to break down each position to achievable pieces. I normally create about 3 sub-levels. I have seen organizations from 4, 5. I really don't like those that many sub-levels because it's really hard to promote people. So if we already have, for example, in this model, we already have 4 categories or positions, take A, B, C, and D. And then we add, instead of 3 sub-levels, we add 5 sub-levels. So 4 times 5 gives 20. Yeah, it's going to be too much to break it down. But if you have 4 positions or categories and 3 sub-levels, there's only 12 positions to achieve and make the people grow. So in the case that you want to always flag irregular things, no? So in this case, with the level of knowledge that this tech has achieved, the sub-level is 1.98. If the tech was at the sub-level 1, let's make it 1, is showing that the calculated sub-level is higher. So we must be worried about how to raise the maintenance tech sub-level, and of course the payment. Sometimes we program some exceptions. When we have the external risk level too high or the internal risk level too high. I'm going to give you 2 examples. In this plant was already in an industrial park, but it had a lot of automation. It was the most advanced plant in the, I want to say, the city. And this maintenance program was already in place. So because it was solely a single maintenance, we didn't have a risk of losing people internal to other teams. Was maybe a 3, no? Because the maintenance techs could go to quality, yes. They could go to production, yes. They could go to the engineering, yes. As a matter of fact, let's put it as a 5 because it happened every so often. So our internal risk was 5 to losing maintenance of techs to the internal departments. but our external risk level was really high. We could easily lose people to other companies in the industrial park. So um, human resources start talking to human resources to negotiate not to hire or maintenance techs. It worked for a little bit, but then the people start going to another industrial park. So initially it was 8, then they dropped it with the talks to maybe a 6. Then the people start moving to other industrial parks 7. Um, it is what it is. We were losing our maintenance techs and with other companies in the city. The other example, it was a huge, massive factory. And then the area was also hiring uh, many maintenance techs. All the region was and it is still hiring a lot of maintenance techs. And because the amount of that massive factory is huge, our internal risk level of losing people was 9, was huge. Everyone was taking techs from the other departments, and also with production. Um, there were a lot of maintenance techs being lost, and the area huge. Everyone was and still pulling techs. So we couldn't really make the calculated level because we were losing people. Well, we had the risk of losing people, but compared to other departments, we were really good on our personal retention. So, and the main thing, why we were retaining so many people, is that well, this was not official. A lot of techs knew that it existed. Some supervisors, they knew that it existed. They were helping try to make something more formal. But we were so busy that we barely could keep up with this. But they knew that we will reward them with their knowledge. And also we were rewarding the people for teaching. If you see the system, the training is delivered by the same text. So in order to advance, you needed also to start teaching. Who was making this training? Our maintenance techs. And our maintenance techs were encouraged to share. If they didn't want to share, well, they couldn't go up. They couldn't move up in their positions. It's a little bit hard, but it was made. So it was a lot of peer training. How much we spend on this training? We spend the money on only wages from the other techs. Yes, we had to pay overtime because they had to do their task, and also they needed to start training. And the main thing is we took people from production. We didn't take people we took the experts first. They were our most expensive techs, but we grab the best techs so they could create the base so we can start training them. So the first one that we got were the best techs, and once that they knew what to do, how to do it, and then we start sketching a training program. Then we start bringing in a lot of apprentices, and then we were in the process of developing an apprenticeship program internal in the department. Yes, that huge company also has another training program, but we were training according to our needs, not to everyone's needs. The best thing is that you train on what you do. So if we start training pneumatics and hydraulics, in general, we're never going to end training. If we start training on PLC, we're never going to end training, because programming is huge. It has a lot of variables. No, you just train on what you do. You don't train general. As you move up, then yes, you can start getting the things more general. Well, this training part is the one that I like the most. Is because this is the sum of everything that we have developed. At first, it's like kind of boring, but that is the base for this. This is where we actually start performing and then rewarding the people, and then making sure that we have the right team. So I'm going to end the training here. Same as before. If you want to get a quote so we can develop your program, and then we can start matching your training needs with your spares, with your breakdowns, with your PMs, so we can identify if the people's achieving. Please give us a contact. The email is on the middle of the video. Send us an email. We will quote according to the country, according to the state, according to the city, and just give us a try. Let's see. I think we can achieve something together. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.